the city's finding new places to build. Some people in Cedar Rapids are trying to keep the old structures standing.
After the 2008 flood, many buildings along the Cedar River were beyond repair. For some that stayed standing, renovation has been a long process. CBS 2 News reporter Kevin Barry is live outside one building that survived the early demolitions, but likely not for much longer. Kevin?
Scott and Tiffany, as you cross the 16th Avenue Bridge that turns to Czech Village into New Bohemia, one of the first things you see just off to the left is the Hach building. And for a street along here that used to be a main passageway to the Sinclair factories, that Hach building was one of the original welcoming signs to downtown Cedar Rapids from the farmland to the west.
This has functioned as a very significant gateway structure. You come across the bridge from the west side, and this is very prominently in view, and you know you're in a special place.
The Hach building is as visible now as it was nearly a century ago when it operated as a bar.
You used to go down there and have a beer, and that was during just after Prohibition, you know.
Toonie Melsha and his wife bought the building right after the flood, paying about $35,000 for it. They're the same people who fixed up Little Bow, the bar they own just down the street. But now they say they're out of the restoration business, and they plan to tear down the Hach building within the month, possibly as soon as next week.
I don't think there was much in that thing. I don't know.
The Melshas say it would take too much money to fix up, and it's better off as an open lot. Beth the Boom from the Save CR Heritage Group disagrees.
We have had all of our experts look at the structure. It's good.
She says they were able to put together an offer for $80,000 that the Melshas turned down. Toonie says when he originally bought the building, he thought he'd use it.
Maybe someday we'd have an office down there, see?
With time, Toonie got sick, and that project made less sense. But with Little Bow just down the street, they say knocking it down means one less potential competitor. That was part of the reason they bought it in the first place.
Just so that nobody got in there.
Beth says it's frustrating.
We were able to find a person or a development group who would write a check for the building. Not sure what else you can do.
Now the battle is to save that nameplate on the very top of the building. We'll have more on that on our sister station, the Fox 28 News at 9. For now, the demolition is scheduled to happen sometime this month before May 29th, as early as next week. But Beth and Mark both say that with something like this, it's not for certain until it actually happens. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Kevin Barry, CBS 2 News.